Hi, welcome back to the final day of this free module, the passion piece of the course Passion Attraction. Today is when we look at all of our answers and pull them together into our first statement, which is that commitment statement that takes us from who we want to work with in our networking and referral group, who we want to serve, what we want to do for them, and why we want to do it, how we're going to do it differently. We want to make sure that we have a very strong guiding statement that we can print out, post, put it on the background of the wallpaper of our desktop on our computer, something that reminds us of where we're heading. This is our GPS. So it's important that we have this GPS so it keeps us heading towards doing what we love. Because when we're doing what we love, we're creating joy. When we're doing what we dislike, we're creating stress. Let's build joy in our lives instead of stress. So I'm going to take you into some simple examples here. So let's say I'm a naturopath. Here's what I might have written. I partner with open, caring, complementary healthcare practitioners. This is very specific. My referral team is not just healthcare practitioners. They're working in the complementary field, maybe Reiki, chiropractic. I might get into dental, but really that's not complementary health. So I've eliminated a lot of the healthcare practitioners, home care nurses, and those kinds of things. It's really more outside of the mainstream medical practice. We're open, which means they're not ego-driven, and this is a challenge in a few different professions, and they're caring, so they really are coming from a place of heart selling. So that's the team I'm looking to work with to build that referral network. Then to identify my core talents, I say listening, evaluation, and coaching. Those are my greatest skills. So that's the talents that I want to use. And that's something that I'm going to make sure that comes across in my entire business, because then I'm working from my abilities. The core solution I've put in is vibrant aging. You can see how a naturopath can get passionate about that. And especially when you look at the ideal client, which is menopausal women. Menopause can be a tough time for women, especially when it comes to looking at how old they are, because menopause is a significant landmark in a woman's life. And then what do they look for? Perhaps the ones that I'm looking for that are my ideal clients are searching for increased energy. It might be trouble with hot flashes, it might be alternatives to using hormonal therapy. Whatever their core need is that matches my ideal client, that's what I'm after. Take each statement one at a time. This first one, the commitment statement, it can really just be written by pulling these 5 bullet points together into a single sentence that is grammatically correct. From here, you then go into your other statements that get into your purpose and get into your polarizing message. A next example, here I'm a business coach. So in this case, my passion team, I partner with small business service professionals like lawyers and accountants, to specify so I remember, to use my core talents, strategy, analysis, and root cause discovery to help accomplish long-term strategy for personal service professionals such as financial planners, mortgage brokers, and real estate agents, whose core need is consistent cash flow. So you can actually see as you go through this how you're starting to develop a unique selling proposition, a unique brand. You're really starting to look at a niche market and the way that you want to interact with them. And again, that core, clear commitment statement can be written just by pulling those 5 bullets together into a single sentence. And again, once that clear commitment statement is written, I want to make sure I go that step further and say, how am I polarizing the marketplace? What do I do differently than everybody else? What do I believe differently than everybody else? So that I can stand out and really resonate when my ideal client is doing a Google search for consistent cash flow. What do I say about cash flow? Perhaps I say profit's not important, because without cash flow consistency, your profit doesn't matter. So that would be something that would be very polarizing. Just one of the examples. A different business coach would maybe go in a different direction and not care about consistent cash flow and instead worry about marketing or worry about closing sales. You can see how this niche starts to become readily evident as you fill out this statement. Next one up, the last one I have to show you today, is for a professional speaker. I partner with corporate business experts and use my skills in diplomacy, creativity, and rapport building to help accomplish change management. Now, change management is probably what my ideal client is even searching for, but the benefit they're probably looking for is buy-in for change management and enthusiasm for improvement in the changes, because people are so afraid of change. And in the full course, you'll see how to find out what the ideal client actually is looking for, what they are worried about, what they are thinking about and talking about. And the ideal client here is franchise service businesses. So somebody who might have a national or an international franchise who's bringing down change across the board for all their franchisees and needs a professional speaker to help to either promote this on webinars, to go to the conference, to meet with people. Very niche, large niche, very specific, really easy to recognize, am I this person's ideal client, and to identify yourself as such. So that's your homework. That's the final piece of this equation, is pulling together those statements so that you can now pull them up, put them on a certificate, print them out, put them beside you, put them on a business card. Make sure that you know who you are so you can tell others who you are. If you're having problems pulling this together, you might want to brainstorm your ideas with others, but you need to get these statements done. Now, if you want to as well, you'll notice that when you sign up for the full course, there is a support section where you can post your ideas, post your notes, and ask for input. So feel free to do that. When you think you've got it together, post this piece from your work and ask, does this sound distinct? Have I been specific enough? It is hard for people to settle in on decisions like this. It's essential, but it's hard. So your next step is simply to get these as far as you can. In the full course, we're going to come back to these a few times, and you're going to see there'll probably be times that you're going to edit and adjust this as you discover more about your ideal client. Because you stuck with me, I want you to make sure to grab that course code that will get you an extra $10 discount on the full course. And invest in yourself so you can bring this joy, passion, and purpose to your business that will make you stand out and attract the clients that you truly deserve and truly are meant to serve. Congratulations on doing the work to determine how your skills, experience, values, and purpose lead to your passion-driven business. Don't stop now. Let's go prove that there's a market for this and find out where they are, what they're looking at, what they're searching for, what they're reading, what they're saying, and what kind of content we need to offer them that will be compelling to get them to engage with us and build a strategy around filling our business with clients that we are passionate to serve. See you in Module 2.